Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack compelling stories, complex topics, and pull out the bits that really matter.
That's right.
And today, well, we've got quite a narrative pieced together from personal accounts, reviews, even private messages.
A really rich set of sources.
Our mission is to track the careers, the kind of surprising careers, of two marine biologists, Hope Evans and Adrienne Hollis Parker.
We're looking at their individual journeys, how they unexpectedly reconnected.
Yeah, and how their shared passion, specifically for shark science and conservation, really changed everything for them, professionally and personally.
It's a story with unexpected turns, definitely some scientific insight, and, well, a lot of heart, actually.
Okay, let's dive in, starting with Hope Evans. Our sources show her, well, pretty far from any ocean. She's working in Michigan at a paddleboard and kayak rental place.
Yeah, Shoreline Dunes, Michigan. It's quite a detour for someone with her background.
Yep.
And what's really interesting here, I think, is how a big personal setback in her case, it was heartbreak, can just completely reroute a career path you thought was set.
Right.
Her background is all shark research, serious stuff, but she ends up helping her best friend, Zuri, at this place called Surf to Shore.
And it sounds like Hope's scientific side sometimes clashed with the whole customer service thing.
Oh, absolutely. We have these accounts of her sort of educating customers.
Like that time with the bull shark?
Exactly. Telling a parent, yes, bull sharks can survive in fresh water, which is true, technically.
But maybe not what you say to someone renting a kayak on Lake Michigan.
Precisely. Though she did clarify, not in Lake Michigan, but still, that dedication to accuracy, it led to her getting fired.
By her best friend, Zuri.
Yeah. Zuri needed to protect the business. You know, one-star reviews are killer for a small operation.
It brings up that classic tension, doesn't it? How do scientists talk to the public?
It really does, balancing accuracy with, well, practical communication. Hope felt she had to correct the shark myths. It was part of her identity, her job, even when it wasn't her job description anymore.
The marine biologist hat just wouldn't come off.
You could say that, yeah.
So after that, our sources show her kind of adrift, thinking about a PhD, maybe aquarium work, but still dealing with that past heartbreak.
A real crossroads moment for her.
Okay, so let's switch tracks. Parallel path here. Adrienne Hollis Parker, another marine biologist.
Right.
But his career took this completely different turn. Very public. He became this, internet celebrity.
Yeah, the Shark Science Crew YouTube channel is fascinating.
And as always, the plan?
Doesn't seem like it. The sources suggest his shift wasn't entirely calculated. It sounds like after Hope left originally, he sort of pivoted.
Found a new purpose.
Kinda. Leveraging this ability he had to connect with people. Apparently he moved around a lot as a kid, so he got good at that.
Oh.
And his channel, it's all about educating people about sharks. But he mixes the solid science with really engaging videos. It's part of that whole science communication trend, you know, taking the science straight to the audience.
And it worked. Millions of followers, showing shark tagging in real time, conservation work.
Huge reach.
But there's this little note, kind of interesting, that sometimes he felt the attention was more on his
pecs.
Right.
Yeah.
Than the actual science.
It's that double-edged sword, isn't it? Social media gives you this incredible platform for outreach, but then you're dealing with presentation, image, stuff that's maybe separate from the core research.
And then there's the boat name, Praceboro.
Which means to hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. That detail definitely hints there's more going on beneath the surface, personally.
Okay, hold on, because here's where things get really interesting.
Uh-huh.
Hope's friend, Zuri, the one who fired her, and Adrienne's cousin, Marissa.
Who is also Hope's friend and works with Adrienne, a marine biologist, too.
Right. They decide to play matchmaker. Marissa offers Hope a job, a research assistant position.
Okay.
Apparently without telling Adrienne she was doing it.
Wow. Okay, so Marissa definitely believed in Hope's skills.
Seems like it.
And she knew their history, obviously. She probably saw a chance to, help them both, maybe bring them back together scientifically, maybe more, even if it caused a little disruption.
A little disruption. It was chaos.
Yeah.
Hope drives 15 hours straight to South Carolina.
Oh, boy.
Gets there, finds Adrienne, who has absolutely no clue she's supposed to be there.
Oh, it's awkward.
And then the reunion itself, well, she falls off the dock.
You're kidding.
Nope. Adrienne fishes her out of the water.
Yeah.
And that's when it hits her. Her ex. He's now this massive internet star. Millions of people watch him.
Talk about a shock.
She calls it far worse than a prank, which, probably fair.
Yeah, I can see that. And this whole situation just immediately throws their dynamic into sharp relief.
How so?
Well, Adrian's described as this worrier, someone who likes things planned, predictable, and suddenly, bam, the person who, in his words, knocked his world off its axis years ago just reappears. Out of the blue.
So his first thought isn't just personal awkwardness.
No, it's also professional. How is this going to look? How does her unexpected arrival affect his channel, his followers, this public image he's carefully built? It's that collision of personal history and professional reality.
So the cat's out of the bag. What next? They try to make it work.
They attempt a strictly business approach.
Which sounds difficult.
Understatement, probably, especially since Hope is still processing the whole "my ex is famous now" thing, and she really struggles with being on camera.
Oh, right. Why is that?
Well, the sources point to this specific incident from her past, a town council meeting.
Oh.
Yeah, she was advocating for conservation funding, apparently wasn't fully prepared, and had a kind of public speaking meltdown.
Ouch.
And the worst part, it was recorded. The video is still up on the city council website somewhere.
Oh, no. That would definitely create some camera shyness.
Exactly. It's a lasting psychological scar, Public failure can really stick with you, especially in science where reputation matters.
So despite trying to keep it professional.
Her history just keeps bubbling up. Adrian admits how hurt he was when she left all those years ago.
And Hope shares her side.
Yeah, her own internal conflict. They're trying to film segments together, sometimes just the two of them alone on the boat, like for a piece on shark nurseries.
Which are crucial, right? For conservation.
Absolutely vital. These shallow, protected spots are like safe zones for young sharks. Lots of food, fewer big predators. Protecting them is key. So they're doing this important work.
While navigating all this personal baggage.
Exactly. And the conversations reveal so much. Hope leaving for Michigan wasn't just about the relationship ending badly.
What else was it?
It was this fear she had. Fear of settling, of maybe compromising her own career ambitions for his. She worried about repeating what she saw with her parents, feeling like they maybe gave up parts of their dreams for each other.
That's heavy.
It is. And Adrian, from his perspective, just felt abandoned. He talks about her silence after she left.
Different perspectives causing a lot of pain.
Classic example. Even smart, articulate people can misunderstand each other profoundly if they don't communicate those deeper fears.
So where do they go from there? All this tension.
They decide they need a different approach. They try this friendship experiment.
Friendship experiment.
Yeah, the idea is total honesty, radical openness. Try to just coexist as friends, colleagues, without all the old hurt hanging over them.
Okay.
Adrian even tries to break the ice, reveals this embarrassing stage name he used at a college open mic night. Leopold Dogfish.
Leopold Dogfish.
Seriously. It's a moment of vulnerability, trying to reset things.
Does it work?
Well, it's immediately put to the test. Remember that town council video?
Oh, yeah. The meltdown.
One of Adrian's superfans digs it up and posts it online. Suddenly, Hope's very private, very painful professional stumble is out there, right in Adrian's public sphere.
Oh, man. Adrian must have been furious.
He was. Protective, worried about how it would affect her.
But how did Hope react?
Surprisingly, she found it empowering.
Empowering? How?
She realized that what strangers thought, especially online trolls, it just didn't hurt her anymore.
Wow.
It was this major aha moment. She says, yeah, letting down her colleagues back then, that hurt, that mattered. But random people online judging her, it had no power.
That's huge, especially for someone potentially stepping back into a public-facing science role.
Absolutely critical. Developing that thick skin, that internal resilience, it's invaluable.
So the friendship experiment, does it stage as friends?
Well, no. Things shift. They're out on sea turtle patrol together.
Okay.
Proximity, shared history, there's a kiss.
So much for strictly business.
Pretty much. Then a tropical storm hits, forces things a bit. Adrian brings Hope groceries because she's stuck. Ends up at his sister Iris's house.
And Iris is the math professor's sister.
That's her. And she's apparently a bit skeptical about Adrian's whole YouTube science thing, questions if it's, serious enough.
Okay, awkward timing for that conversation.
But then Hope steps in, and she gives this really eloquent defense of Adrian's work.
She defends him to his sister.
Passionately. Says his channel isn't shallow. It's a vital way to extend his commitment to science, to reach people, to make conservation matter to millions. It's democratizing science.
Wow. That's a big turnaround from being camera shy and unsure.
Huge. It shows how much her perspective has shifted, how much trust she now has in him and his mission. It's a powerful moment of support.
And that leads to...
Full reconciliation. Hope admits her heart just couldn't move on. Adrian admits how terrified he was of getting hurt again, of being vulnerable after she left the first time.
And the boat. Praise bro.
He confesses. He named the boat to Hope as this quiet, constant wish that she might come back someday.
It's incredibly romantic, actually.
It is. And their decision to get back together, it feels different this time. It's built on really understanding those past fears.
They talked about the predictability versus spontaneity thing.
Explicitly. And about talking things through, instead of letting silence build resentment. Adrian, the planner, starts to embrace a bit more uncertainty.
And Hope realizes loving him doesn't mean sacrificing her dreams.
Exactly. It can actually expand them. Their personal connection fuels their professional drive, and vice versa.
So, back together. How do they manage careers now? Especially with Hope maybe wanting that PhD.
That's the next phase. Hope applies for and gets an internship, a good one, at a lab in Santa Barbara on a PhD track.
So she might leave again. How does Adrian handle that?
He supports her fully. And this is key. He's actually shifted his own work setup, made it more flexible so he can potentially go with her or at least spend significant time wherever her path leads.
That's a big commitment. Shows real adaptation on his part.
Huge. And they start merging their efforts more, too. Adrian launches this STEAM Storytime program.
Science, tech, engineering, arts, math.
Yep, mixing storytelling with all those elements for kids. They start talking about more youth outreach, focusing on sharks and marine life together.
So their individual passions become shared missions.
Precisely. We also see the network around them playing a role, that colleagues like Gabe, his family, providing support.
And it ends on a pretty high note.
Definitely. Adrian makes this grand gesture at an aquarium, a charm bracelet for Hope, each charm symbolizing a part of their journey. His way of saying he's all in.
I'm Hope.
She gives a speech, confidently, no more hiding. She's ready to embrace that public role in science communication with him right there beside her.
It is quite a story arc.
It really is. And interestingly, the source material itself mentions consulting a real marine biologist, Lily Rios Brady, to ensure the science depicted is authentic.
So even within their story, there's this commitment to getting the science right.
Which perfectly reflects their own dedication, right? Informing, inspiring, accurately. It blurs that line between a personal journey and scientific advocacy.
So let's bring it back to the listener. What does this journey of Hope and Adrian, heartbreak, reunion, renewed purpose, what does it really tell you?
Well, it's a compelling look at second chances, isn't it? Not just romantically, but professionally, too.
Yeah, it really shows how facing those old vulnerabilities, committing to honest communication, finding that shared mission, how that can completely transform individual lives into something richer, something intertwined.
And it makes you think, doesn't it? When you're really passionate about something, maybe science, maybe something else, how do you navigate those unexpected twists, those past failures, even public attention? How do you weave all that into a journey that feels authentic and makes an impact?
Think about Hope, learning that public stumble didn't have to define her. It actually made her stronger.
Right. Or Adrian taking accidental fame and turning it into a powerful tool for science education, connecting research to the public in a meaningful way.
Their story seems to suggest that real strength, maybe especially in fields like science, doesn't come from dodging the tough stuff.
No, it comes from leaning into it, often together. That fosters growth, both personally and professionally.
So what stands out most to you about their journey? And how might their story perhaps inspire your own path, your own pursuit of knowledge and connection in whatever field you're passionate about?